What's good, YouTube? I go by the name of Q. If you're unfamiliar, if you are familiar, shout out to you. Welcome back to the channel. $10,000, 10 G's, 10 racks, 10 grand, 10 stacks, 10 bands in 5 months. That sounds surreal to me, but it's a reality, so let's talk about it. My emergency fund is fully funded. It's complete. I'm done with baby step 3. It's official. It's a wrap. I'm moving on. Before I move on, I want to give a little more inspiration to those of you who are on baby step 3, for those of you who are trying to build up your emergency fund. And let me tell you, I got mine fully funded in 5 months, which is relatively quick. But I also know the hard work I put into it, so I want to break everything down from 0 to 10K. Now this dates back to March 30th, 2020. I became completely debt free. I didn't owe anybody anything after that date. All of my extra money was all of my extra money. I live streamed the whole thing. I did a last payment live stream. If you were there to celebrate with me, then you know. If you saw the replay video, then you know. If you didn't see the replay video, I'll put that up there. I'll put it up there so you can go check that out. Immediately after that, that's when I started baby step 3. I'm on a bi-weekly schedule at my job, so 2 weeks into April, all of the money that I had left over that was going towards my debt, all of that was going towards savings. The pandemic was just easing its way in there, so I got a push. I got a head start. I got a little bump from the government via the stimulus check. So that extra $1,200 I got, that went to my emergency fund. I could have spent that $1,200 on food. I could have spent it on clothes. I could have tricked it off doing anything. But instead, I put that towards my emergency fund. So between the stimulus check and all my extra income from work, the month of April, I was able to stash away $4,000. And I went into May with a nice momentum shift. May, I did the same exact thing. All the extra money I had, that went towards my emergency fund. June, I did the same exact thing. The only difference in June is I actually moved out of my condo. I have a video about that as well. I'll link it in the cards for you to check that out. My rent was cut by 2/3. So instead of spending $1,300 a month, my rent went down to $400 a month. Fast forward to July and August. I did the same exact thing. Yes, I was making more money. Yes, I was saving more money, but I did not add any new line items in my budget. I did not fall victim to lifestyle creep. My living and spending habits stayed exactly the same. If you don't know what lifestyle creep is when you make more money and you spend more money because you have more disposable income. Your boy didn't fall for that. Everything stayed the same with me. I'm not completely against lifestyle creep because you can gradually inflate your lifestyle as you go, whatever makes sense for you. But at the end of the day, your goals are more important. So we get to September. September 10th, I make my payment, or my contribution, I would say. I paid myself, I contributed to my emergency fund, and that put me right at the benchmark. My 10K goal was reached September 10th. It cleared on September 11th, and I'll never forget it. I'm extremely happy about that accomplishment, and I'm proud of myself because this is something I've never done before. $10,000 is the most money I've ever saved in my life, and I just want to let people know what's possible. I was one of the people in the past who didn't think it was possible for me, but now I know it is. I know it is. And yes, I did it in 5 months, but that all goes back to focus. Like I said, I had a clear vision. I had a clear why, and it starts with the end. You heard this term, it starts, you got to have the end in mind. So I had this 10K before I had this 10K. I had it in my mind. It started as a brainchild, but it takes time to manifest. It takes a little time before it materializes, but you got to do the work in between. And next thing you know, when you look up, it'll be right there. You track it, you do all your numbers, and you make sure that you stay on point. You make sure you stay focused, and literally you can get it done. And let me know what your emergency fund goal is, what your amount is, whatever you're pushing for. It don't have to be 3 to 6 months necessarily. That's what I did. I saved 6 months of living expenses because that's what I chose to do for me. Personal finance is personal. You do what's best for you, and we can all talk about it at the end. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I go by the name of Q, and like I always say, if Q can make it happen, you can make it happen. I'll holler at y'all next video. Just wanted to get on here and say thank you for all the love, all the support y'all been showing me for reaching my 10K goal. I really appreciate it. It's a little overwhelming, no lie, but it's not surprising because y'all been showing love from the beginning, and I'm extremely grateful for it. I also want to address the people hitting me with the must be nice or easy for you to say. It is nice. It's really, really nice. When you set a goal, do the work, and achieve that goal, it's an awesome feeling. And it is easy for me to say. I've had this 10K before I had this 10K, the same as with any other goal I have. And what I mean when I say that is it starts as a brainchild. It starts as a brainchild, but it takes time to materialize. Same with any other goal. I have everything I want already in my mind, but it's just a matter of time before it materializes in the physical.